What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video with day number 4 of Grand Party, and got pretty lucky this time around. You can see here that the team I go against first is just a randomized team, and that's one of the things that you can start thinking about as well, is that if you are so well inclined in doing that, is that when you wrap up your games for day 3 or day 4 this is right now, we do know that, there's only one game left, or one match left, or one day left to get those max wins. And if you are willing to, which I think most people hopefully are, to go ahead and randomize your team at the end of day 4, you head into day 5 obviously, and it'll just make it easier for people to get those 15 wins, as of course, because it's randomized teams, so it's going to be difficult to identify each individual team and each individual matchup that you're going to go up against. So if you're able to just randomize your team, make sure you take out any key characters that are going to be kind of annoying, and then change your GP leader, of course. It's going to be the best way forward, and of course it does mean that when you do go to perform your final matches of the day, it does require you to go back in, re-edit your team, or you can just auto arrange your team, swipe to a different screen, and then just make a new team from that point on. So yeah, it's kind of annoying the way that they kind of structured this in the way that things kind of go. I really hate the fact that they hide all those teams. It really makes Grand Party that much more annoying. Continuously say this, Grand Party is such an RNG game mode in a lot of instances. Even if you have like a good quote-unquote matchup against a certain squad, things sometimes just don't go your way and you will just end up losing. It can happen, right? And the fact that they add that layer of RNG with hidden teams, it just makes things that much more annoying. So yeah, if you can order your team, it's going to make things a lot easier for everyone, but at a bare minimum, please change your leader, and change your leader so that it is visible despite, hidden teams and stuff like that. Moving on to our second game of day number 4, and this one is not actually a randomized one. This one is going to be just a normal team. Was a bit interesting though, as my opponent is using Cerebral to start things off, and I had been using the slasher team against Cerebral thus far, and I hadn't really had too many issues with it, but you'll see that I think it is in this game that my opponent actually gets some pretty threatening stuff off. Luckily for us, we are still able to secure the victory in this game, but it was a little scary, not gonna lie. It was a little scary seeing Nami Karina being able to launch her special first. That hasn't happened to me a lot this season. Usually the slashers will find a way to launch their specials first, but for some reason that was not what was happening this time around. So it was getting a bit scary here, as I got a lot of characters knocked out, so I decided to use my burst skill just to hopefully secure that win, because I didn't know what we were coming up against. And it was a little bit scary. I did see that my opponent was using Smoker as their GP leader, as you can see in the top right of your screen. So I assumed that the team that Smoker was on was going to be either an int team or a driven team or something like that, or I was expecting mostly an int team. So I was like, okay, you know what, we'll go ahead and use my quick team. I have beaten int with this quick team before. It should be okay. And then we go into the game and it's a freaking Dex team. Like, what in the world is going on? Like, yeah, I get it. You've got a fair amount of driven characters on the team, but dude, what the hell? I was not expecting that to be a Dex team. It had Gear 5 on the bench as well, so I was definitely concerned heading into this one. But luckily for us, we've got the characters of Cross Guild and Smoothie that can reverse the specials of my opponent, just so that we're not getting hit by those Big Mom specials. And even Lucci can hit pretty hard too. Put some respect on Lucci's name. He can hit pretty hard, so you do have to be careful about that. And especially in late game, being hit by Doflamingo specials can be annoying. But of course, I have a burst skill, so I felt comfortable in using the burst skill on my opponent here after using all these specials. Getting the first knockout, using the Gear 5 special, and after that point, we basically got the dub, which is awesome. And we can head now into our final game of day number 4. Moving on to our final game, and luckily for me, I was able to locate another randomized team, which is dope. So you do see here that our first team at the front, just a bunch of characters with basically no synergy at all. So yeah, pretty clear cut that it's going to be a randomized team, which is good. So a lot less stress when you don't really have to worry about, you know, really well-built teams with amazing synergies and GP leaders. You know, this is what I'm saying, guys. If you have the capabilities to just randomize a team, set a really bad leader as your GP leader, and then swipe to a different screen, rebuild your teams for the next day, and you'll be good to go, because they're just going to only locate the teams that you currently just used. So if hypothetically you open up your GP team builder and you built your teams that you were currently using on hypothetically page number 4 of your team build, the team that other people will see of yours is always going to be page 4. So you're fine with setting whatever team you want for page 4, set something up on one of the other pages, and then, you know, you're good to go. So yeah, that's exactly what I do as well. We have another randomized team if you're, of course, nothing really too crazy. But as I said, you know, at the end of this day, I ended up randomizing my team with a random GP leader, and it's just going to make it easier for other people that end up locating me to just get around me. And I already was messaged on Discord about it. Someone in the subreddit Discord said that they found me. They wanted to see what my team was. I just said, hey bro, look, it's just a random team. You got it. It's just about anything with some kind of synergy will be okay to beat it. And that's pretty much all it was. But anyways, that is going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Other than that, I will see you guys within the next video.